So if I ran the audio out from all these instruments into the mixer, the way the room is set up, I would have to have 32 cables going across here to get to the mixer. The mixer needs all these cables because it has individual 1 by 1 40 inputs for the 20 stereo channels. And so there's too much here, but 4 cables here, each cable carrying 8 channels of audio, which is awesome because it's less of a tripping hazard and it's cleaner in the back. So using audio snakes, there are ones like these, which I have one that's like this, but let me show you the one I have. It's like this, right? So it fans out into 8 different channels. It runs a certain length, 20 feet is good, and then it fans out again to the same sort of type of cable. Now you have to have a mix of TS cables and TRS cables because some of these devices are balanced, some don't accept TRS cables, and some can do both. So you've got to take stock and find out which is which, what works best. Sometimes when you use a TRS cable into certain devices like that are guitar related things, the device won't work because maybe TRS was meant to do something. Maybe that trips an internal switch, which I don't know. It could mess with the audio. Also, on the other side of your cable, if you're running into certain DI boxes, sometimes that can make like you have half the sound or cut out the bass or the no more volume. What happened? Like for instance, this organ has TS jacks in the back, but I plugged TRS cables into them and into the going straight into the mixer. Works fine. But I put a DI box between the organ and the mixer, and suddenly using TRS cables, I wasn't able to get the sound I needed anymore because the bass was completely gone. So using TS cables into the back of this thing that expects TS cables into the DI box, and then from the DI box going TRS because it's balancing it, but a line level. Everything has to stay line level because this is a line level mixer. Goes into the mixer, and voila, the organ has bass again. So this can do both. It can do TS or TRS. At least it's this TS jacks, but it doesn't mind the TRS cables. This is fully balanced, so you've got 4 individual outputs of TRS cables going out, and what was it? These guitar amps down here, they have line outputs. This one in particular is the dual cube XLX, and in the back it has here, but when I used TRS cables I couldn't get any audio at all. Maybe I was doing something wrong, but I suddenly have audio because I'm using TS instead of TRS, and so it goes into there. Now the jack for this device is way down here and everything else is up here. And if you ever see a cable or a cable snake, you'll find that you can only stretch it so far. Like it starts from here and then it merges eventually into one solid cable, and you can't stretch them out that far. So what you could do is use one of these extenders, like plug the short one that you need into this extender, and then voila. Now this cable can reach much farther than the rest of these ones. So you have something like this. The unbalanced snake runs into these 4 outputs, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a near device right down here, 5, 6, and then 7, 8 goes into this friendlier device right here. Now, the synthesizer over here expects TS jacks as well. So that's coming out of the Trigon, and this is the white cable snake that is also unbalanced. But in order to reach that amp down there that I showed you earlier, you got to use a coupler. You got to have a coupler. That way you can combine the audio snake with the audio cables you already have. So for instance, here it is. Here's a coupler. So you would put in one side into the audio snake, because this can't reach the amp. It can't stretch that far because half of it is plugged into the synthesizer up here. It can't reach something on the floor. So you would take a regular cable, that's TS on both sides, and plug it into the other side of the coupler. So you're combining, or you're completing the audio chain. And there you go. So there's extenders, there's couplers, so that you can have the cleanest mess as possible. This is about as clean as it'll ever get. Of course, I can do some cable management, but the amount of cables running from here could quadruple if I didn't use audio snakes that were all combined onto 8 channels. 8 channels in one cable. That's pretty good. Of course, there's also, you could run all of these things into a digital MADI box and then take one cable of MADI and put that into the mixer. But the mixer's analog, so it's not digital, so I can't do it that way with the things I have right now, the way that it's wired. Bye.